forward, and it's also contributed to the global GDP. So, can you guess what sector I'm talking about? Yes, it's tourism. And rural tourism also links directly to the sustainable tourism by establishing the balance between ecological and economic dimensions. However, there are some challenges affecting to the development of rural tourism. Firstly, is lack of technical know-how and weak promotion. Next is lack of connection of local community. And finally is emergence of environmental matters. So how to deal with these challenges? You can find the answer from our presentation. And now Mr. Guofeng will show us a successful case study of rural tourism.
And the case story I want to share is about the Alishan Township located on Jiayi County in Taiwan. It is famous for the beautiful scenery as well as the high-quality tea products. Alishan contributes a lot to the local economy. Each year, Alishan receives more than 2 million visitors in average. And it is also one of the 5 most visited forest recreation areas in Taiwan. And when tourists come to Alishan, they can enjoy the performance proceeded by the indigenous people to introduce their local culture. And this activity helps to preserve the local culture very well. So the success of Alishan comes from the government's effort. To implement the solutions focus on 3 goals. First is strengthen promotion. For example, several of exhibitions were held by government each year to introduce Alishan to the public. And in 2016, there was a participation of the civil society groups to promote Alishan in different ways. The second goal is environmental matters. For example, in 2014-2019, government organized the environmental impact assessments when it reconstruct the Alishan Forest Railway. And the final goal is connection of local community. For example, in 2015, the Jiayi County government cooperated with the Juqi High School to train the local youth, help them to have a deeper understanding of the local culture. And next, Mr. Char will introduce the case study in Vietnam.
In the following, I briefly present a model of rural tourism in Vietnam. It's the cultural tourism in Otruk Pottery Village. The Otruk residents are the Cham indigenous people. Otruk is particularly famous for its beautiful handicraft products and unique processing techniques imbued with Cham culture. The cultural tourism model has contributed to changing the face of the village. Traditional crafts and indigenous culture are preserved, creating jobs for local people and economic growth. Let's figure out the policies of the local government has taken to get these results. In 2007, the Otruk Crust Village project was approved by the government. With its investment, the village now has a clean and attractive grounds and alleyways and a products display house. In 2018, the project development of community-based cultural tourism in Otruk Village and subsequent training programs have continued to shape and develop Otruk as a city site. In 2019, The program organizing training and sponsoring community tourism professional class in Loduk Village in 2019 had to train tourism associates, increase local services, and raise awareness of environmental matters. And in the same years, the project during exam community house in Loduk Village has built tourist accommodations in the model of local traditional. And next time we'll present our team action plan.
And then we come to the last part of the presentations with the action plan for sustainable tourism. There are three keywords: promotion, connection, and trainings. Firstly, the ways for providing information on tourist areas is the most challenge in tourism industry. Almost people don't know where they can go and how to get there. And the solution is to design a network related to the cuisines, housing, transportation that help to explain the information, raise awareness, and promote branding in the rural areas. And here is some well-known websites to advertise the destination, bar owners, connections. Almost local people operate the individual business. It is extreme many limitations for their business and local economic benefits. Also, relating association or groups of local people is very necessary in rural tourism. Also, when they come together, they can share information, share customer, and cooperate to promote tourist products such as expedition program, tourist food system. And here is some well-known tourism events. Finally, training is another essential activity that needs to be concerned when in sustainable tourism. It helps people raise awareness of local cultural values and especially environmental protections. Therefore, training programs